Hello children, welcome to the computer class of 6th standard. Today we are going to start with the chapter number 7, More on Scratch. In this chapter we will learn the following topics. We will learn how to use control block, how to use sensing block, what is the use of operators block, and how to use the data block. Today in this video we are going to discuss the following pages number 82 till 84, and from these pages we will discuss the topic control block. Before going to start the chapter, let's discuss few key terms that we will learn from pages number 82 and 83. Here the first term is control block. Here you can see the control block allows the program to select an action based upon the user's input. Or we can also say that control block is used to control the sprite's action as per the inputs we have given. Next block is their if then block. If then block executes the blocks written inside it if the specified condition evaluates to true. This block will display the result only when the given condition is true. Next term is there nesting, where nesting means putting one repeat block inside another is called nesting. Now open your computer book at page number 82. Here you can see in the first paragraph that we have already done Scratch in the previous chapter, where we have learned how to change the background, color, direction, costume of the sprites, and how to perform different actions. But in this lesson we will learn how to perform various actions using mathematical operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and how to solve a problem. Now here you can see the first heading is control block, where I have already explained the term control block. Now here we need to understand the difficult situations require more reasoning and skills to solve the problems. In the same way, some programming languages uses some logics and decision making statements. In logical thinking, we first of all identify the main steps and then work out on the details. Let's understand it more clearly. Now look at your book at page number 82. Here we will learn in logical thinking we should first identify the problem and then work out on the details. Here you can see the main steps in logical thinking are task, identify and solve. Here we will see how can we solve any problem using logical reasoning. For example, look at your book at page number 82. There, an example is given to solve the steps using logical thinking. Now here you can see the first step of task is to read the problem carefully. Here you can see the different shapes on your screen and the last shape is missing. First of all, we need to observe that what comes next in the sequence. Now move to the second step, where second step of logical thinking is identify. First of all, we need to observe what should we need to identify. Here you can see what is given to you. We have been given three-sided figure known as triangle. We are having a four-sided figure that is known as rectangle. Next figure is five-sided figure that is known as pentagon. And here we have observed that every time the number of sides of the shape is increased by 1. In the first figure we were having 3 sides. In the next figure we were having 4 sides. In the next figure we were having 5 sides. Then how many sides should be there in the last figure? As we have observed that every time we are increasing the sides of the shape by 1. Now here you can see the last step of reasoning is solve. That we have observed that every time 1 is increased in the sides of shape, so we will also use given information and following condition. Here the solution is we will draw a six-sided figure, that is 5 plus 1 equals to 6. So here you can see a six-sided figure is known as hexagon. So we have drawn the last figure, that is six-sided figure hexagon. Hence we can solve any problem with logical reasoning. Now again look at your book at page number 83. Here you can see the chart of control blocks is given, where you can see that all the control blocks are color coded with gold and used to control the scripts. As we all know, we have used wait block, repeat block and forever block also in the previous chapter. Now here in this chapter, I will discuss the next block, that is if then block, where I have already explained the term of if then. Let's see the working of if then block practically. Click on start button. From start submenu, click on Scratch 2.0. After clicking on Scratch 2.0, you can see the Scratch window will appear on your screen. Now today we are going to discuss about the control block. Here you can see the by default sprite of cat is appeared on our stage. Now to start the script, first of all I will click on event block. From event block I will use when clicked block. Now I will use if block from control blocks. By clicking on control block, you will get all the control blocks. From there, I'm going to use if then block. In if then block, I will use sensing block. Click on sensing block. Now here you can see from sensing block, I will use this key pressed block. And I have to set this block inside this if then block. Now here you can see by clicking on this drop down arrow, you will get different options to select. For example, I have selected here space key. Now I want my sprite to perform action only when I will press the space bar key from my keyboard. For that, I will click on motion block. From there, you can see I will take turn clockwise 15-degree block. And here I am going to fit it. Now, you will notice this sprite will perform the rotation of 15-degree clockwise only when I will press the space bar key from my keyboard. Because we have given here the condition, if the spacebar key is pressed, then the sprite will turn 15-degree. After taking turn 15-degree block, we want our sprite to perform the action for long time. So here I will take forever block. Every time whenever you are going to take if block, you need to take forever block also. Only then you are able to see the action performed by sprite. Now let's see its output using full view mode button. Now here you can see to run the sprite, I will click on this flag button. But it will not perform any action because I have given condition if spacebar key is pressed, only then sprite will rotate. Now I am going to press the spacebar key. Here you can see now the sprite has been rotated 15-degree. Again I have pressed spacebar key and sprite has been rotated. You can see every time whenever I will press the spacebar key, only then the sprite will perform the action. Now again click on stop button, then click on full view mode button. to come back to the normal view. Now see, the next block is given, that is if then else. This block we will use with operators block in the next videos. And here the last block is given, that is repeat until, where this block will repeat the set of blocks written inside it until the given condition evaluates to true. Means until the condition given in this block will be true, the sprite will perform the actions. Let's see it practically now. Now again open your Scratch window. To start the script, I will click on event block. From there, I will click when clicked block. Now, to repeat any action, I will click on control block. From there, I am going to take repeat until block. Now here in repeat until, I have to specify a condition where I will again click on sensing block. From there, I will drag again key pressed block and will set here. Now here you can see I am going to take other option, that is H. Now this block will perform the action until I will press the H key from the keyboard. Now to perform any action, I will click on motion block. From there I am going to take move block. Here I will give the move steps only 1. Now here you can see the sprite will move one step forward until I will press the H key. Whenever I will press the H key, the sprite will stop. Let's see its output. Again click on full view mode button. To run the script, again click on flag button. Now here you can see sprite is moving one step forward. To stop it, I will press H key. Now here you have seen the sprite will perform action until I will press the H key from the keyboard. Now again click on full view mode button to come back to the normal view. Now again look at your book at page number 83. Here you can see a project of figure 7.1 is given. Let's see it practically. Now first of all, open your Scratch window and delete the cat sprite. To make the project from figure number 7.1, we need to take the sprite. So here you can see, to take the sprite, I will click on sports option under themes. Here you can see the soccer ball is given. Now click this ball and you will see the sprite will be added to your stage. Now I will make its size bigger by using grow button. Now we want to change the background of the stage. For that I will click on choose the backdrop from library. So here you can see again I will click on sports option. From there I am going to take goal 1 stage. Now here you can see the stage has been changed. Now we want to start coding. For that, first of all click on event block. From event block, drag when clicked block. Now I will click on motion block. From motion block, I will click on move steps block. There I will give 15 steps. Now here we will set a condition using control block if then. Now select if then block. Here in if then block, we will give the condition using sensing block. Here we will use touching block. Now here you can see by pressing on this drop down arrow, you will get the different options, that is mouse pointer or edge. Now here I want my sprite to turn, so I will click on motion block. After clicking on motion block, I will take turn clockwise block and here I will give 5 degree. Now I want my sprite to change its color, so I will click on looks block. From there I will use change color effect block by 25. Now we want our sprite to move back when it will touch the edge. So here I will click on motion block. From motion block I will use if on edge bounce. It will return back the sprite when it will touch the edge of the background. Now if we want the sprite repeats all the steps for long time, then we will use forever block. For that, click on control block. From there, you can drag forever block. Now let's see the output by clicking on full view mode button. To run the script, click on flag button. And here you can see the ball is bouncing back when it will touch the edges of the background. Now again click on full view mode button to come back to the normal view. To stop the script, click on stop button. Now see, if we will change the option here from edge to mouse pointer, you will notice the ball is moving and changing its color only if you place the mouse pointer on the ball. Let's see it practically now. To run the script, click on green flag. Here you can see ball has not changed its color. And when the mouse pointer will touch the ball, the color of the ball will be changed. Now again click on full view mode button to come back to the normal view. Till now we have learnt the following key terms from pages number 82 till 83. We have learnt the terms control block, if then block and nesting block. We have also learnt from page number 82 that we can solve any problem with the help of logical reasoning that contains the following steps: number 1 task, number 2 identify, and number 3 solve. Now revise all the terms and do the practice of the same project.